for myself. When teaching these realities, many people may not have a patience to understand them, and natural instinct is to come against. And what Allah gave of adab in Holy Qur'an when Sayyidina Khidr was dealing with Nabi Musa, and the height and station of Nabi Musa means to whatever darajat someone is, Allah's servants are many, and above everyone's darajat there may be someone who knows more and they may not have any official title. Those knowledges are meant not to attract people, because who listens, listens, don't listen, don't listen, but meant as a food for the soul. A haqqaiq is like giving food for the body, that when the truth will set you free. When a knowledge comes out, it hits when it's a truth, and when it's filled from lights it hits the soul and dispels and annihilates every falsehood, because Allah says that falsehood is ever perishing. So imagine people are filled with falsehoods for visualization, a truth like a light comes like a cannon, boom, hit the chest and it shatters the falsehood and begin now to penetrate into the heart. And that's the reality that Allah we were talking earlier today on just one. They saw a video which says that they guide from the soul, and they said, oh, this is ajeeb, we never heard things like this, what you're talking about, you guide from the soul, and where is it in Qur'an and Hadith? And all their teachings are Qur'an and Hadith of Prophet, but you're not reading the Qur'an the same way. So when Allah says that guidance is only from Allah, and all throughout Qur'an when Allah is describing guidance, what is Allah guiding? Allah doesn't care for anything of creation, like the wing of a mosquito, maybe stressing even the wing of a mosquito is much more intense to create. And that Allah doesn't look to the surah, to the form of insan. That Allah's caring is for that which is eternal, and Allah doesn't care for that which perishes. The rotten tomato is not where you put your focus. That which is eternal is the light, that which is eternal is the soul. So Allah's guidance is to the soul. When Allah says, there is no guidance except through Allah, He's saying, because this is my domain. You can call all the donkeys you want, because the physicality is like a donkey, some trained, more stubborn. You can call all the donkeys you want, line them up, sit, yell at them everything you think you know about Islam or whatever, they're not going to listen, and the guidance isn't in your hands. Because Allah's teaching was, it's not who you guide but whom we guide. And this was always taught by Allah to all the Prophets, it's the sunnah of the Prophets. It's not who you want that comes into this religion but whom Allah wants. Why? Because stressing and teaching guidance is from the soul. Malakut is kulli shay, all power is in malakut and the light. If Allah doesn't give isharat to the light of that person, that a command from Allah has to come, your soul will be guided and was written on the Day of Promises, your exact darajat was written. You can go no higher but you can be pushed and try to go lower, but Allah will clean you, cleanse you, give you hardship until you reach it through hardship. You can go beautifully to your station by doing your ibadah and your work, or the reality of hardship is you get beaten by this world in such an intense way you will achieve that maqam. But either way you achieve the maqam. But it's not the physicality where you drag somebody along, you force them to sit in your association, you give them $5 and then now you say, I'm guiding people. Allah has to give guidance to the soul. Isharat comes to the soul gets an energy and Allah's power resides within the heart. Means that isharat comes onto the soul and the signal begins to enter into the heart of that servant. As a result, that servant is now coming towards where Allah wants them to come. That's called magnetism. We described in other talks, Allah has to send a signal into the heart, and that signal will be magnetically inclined to whatever Allah wants it to be. When Allah make that heart to be guided, it's inclined towards Sayyidina Muhammad, and as a result it finds itself coming towards Islam. So of course guidance is through the soul, it's not the rounding up of bodies and then talking to them in a way that you're going to appease their bodies. But Allah taught them early in their life, this is from the world of light. When these shaykhs who've been trained through tarbiyah, through energies, through realities, they didn't just make salah but Allah taught them the reality of their salah with their soul, with their energy, with all of this faiz that's dressing them, that when they operate from their soul, every word under their permission is a faiz and a light that's coming. Why do we want the faiz of shaykhs under their nazar? That's why we want the faiz of Sayyidina Muhammad above all. We don't ask Prophet to listen to us, but unzur halana is that put your blessed nazar upon me. That the light come from your soul onto my soul and bring this love and ishq like a magnet and draw me to your presence. And Tazkiyat al-Awliya, Sayyidina Abu Yazid al-Bistami was astonished in his love for Allah, I loved you, I loved you, I loved you, until a day in which he reached, and I found that your love is more ancient than mine. And I've been called here. Didn't give the credit to himself that he achieved something and that he approached and that he prayed and that he worshipped. Don't give credit to the donkey in the body. That's why when they speak from malakut, it's not in arrogance they're talking about things so big. No, actually it's a reality and it's a humble reality. You didn't pray. You didn't pray because you were clever to pray. For if Allah doesn't guide you, you will not make your sujood tomorrow. And that's why when you hear the azan you say, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi aliyyil azim. I can neither come to prayer nor success without your hawla and your quwwah. So I'm telling my soul, I cannot come to any success. Success for Allah is paradise, hawla and quwwah, and I can come to no power, have no authority of myself, Ya Rabbi, unless you free the demons that hold me and call me to my salah. I have no action in myself, I claim nothing for myself, Ya Rabbi. Grant me the madad, grant me that support, grant me a power and I'm able to come to my salah. So everything is from world of malakut.